Everybody. I just had the opportunity to have a business luncheon with realtors in Utah, and during that lunch they brought in an economist from Utah, talking about the Utah economy and where it's headed, because all of these headlines nationwide say that there's doom and gloom out there. And so I think it's important to get your information from a local source. Your market is not going to be the same as California or New York. So wherever you're living, get in touch with your real estate professional, your real estate consultant, and ask them these questions pertaining to your individual marketplace. But for here in Utah, the two things that stood out to me during this luncheon were first, the unaffordability of homes, meaning at the beginning of the pandemic, before the pandemic, about 48, I believe is the number, 48% of people living in Utah could not afford a home. Now that number, since the crazy housing boom, has gone up to 73% of people living in Utah can no longer afford a home. And the second thing that really stood out to me was consumer confidence. People are wondering, well, why are homes sitting on the market so much longer? Are they overpriced? And I guess a third thing would be our interest rates. In 6 months, we went from 3 to 7.5. Last week, it was as high as 7.5, 7.6% interest rate. And so while we are having wide variety of interest rates, it's very hard for home buyers to say, yeah, I can afford this home today, but next week I can only afford a cardboard shack, and last week you could have afforded a townhome or something like that. And so consumer confidence today is actually lower than when it was at the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody thought this world was going to end. So that's just been my three takeaways